Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and today I'm very excited because it's absolutely one of my favorite technique decks. I'm going to show you guys how to play within Tier 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel a Toon Golem. Technically, it's an OTK. Technically, it's not. Mostly because, like, in order to be an OTK, I basically have to be able to perform the loop in one turn. It's more of a technical deck. Once you do get into your golems, you're fine. What makes this deck so crazy is I've got 3 different skill cards, and this is really up to you and your playstyle. So I'm going to cover all 3, and then you guys do what you want. So the first one we're going to use is David. This is one of those flip over when you activate. This is digging for gold. Activate during the main phase. Once per duel, you can banish 3 cards in a discard pile to draw 1 card. Basically, it'll help you finish out your combo. I don't mind this one. It's okay. One from towards the beginning of the game was the Millennium Necklace Ishizu skill card. And again, flip this over when you choose to activate. At the start of the opponent's turn before they draw, you may look at the top 3 cards of their deck and rearrange them in any order. This could be used once per duel. This is really, you kind of want to mess with the opponent, give them something suboptimal. And then there's probably one of my favorite ones. It's kind of the most consistent. And it'll be Destiny Draw with Yugi. Again, flip this over when you activate this skill. If you lose 2,000 or more life points, this is cumulative. It's not a single move. You may activate this skill during your next draw phase. During that draw phase, you may search your deck for any card, reveal it to the opponent, add that to the hand instead of drawing. If you do, flip this card back over. So again, not exactly a once per duel, but let's be honest. If you're losing 2,000 or more life points, this is kind of once per duel. So again, any one of these 3 skill cards is going to do it for me. Generally, I play the Destiny Draw. It just helps clean everything up right there towards the end. Now, moving into the main deck, what we're going to need, and again, since it's Tier 1, we can't just stack our deck full of Breaker. Or can we? We can. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Chiron the Mage. Now, a long time ago, I found that this card was just fantastic at getting around Breaker the Magical Warrior. Breaker starts at 19, goes down to 16, gets a single break. Chiron the Mage, however, was better. Once per turn, you can discard 1 spell card, target a spell trap that the opponent controls, destroy that. He also stays a static 1,800 points, my friends. So that is literally phenomenal. And then again, any spell card that would be considered quote-unquote dead card in hand now actually functions as an additional like MST. So again, good card, great card. Next up, Sphere Karibos. 2 of them. Why? Well, number 1, we could use them to defend. Should Chiron maybe get overrun? More often than not, I did find myself just setting him in order to activate my big money card. So is what it is. And then 2 Toon Golems. So again, 7 monsters in this 20 card deck. And again, what's so special about the Toon Gear Golem? It can be special summoned is the short answer. The long answer is cannot attack the turn it is summoned. Great, we're going to do that during the opponent's turn. While you control Toon World, which we are not going to, and the opponent would control no Toon monsters, you could attack directly, so that could be kind of cool. If this attacks a defense monster, inflict piercing, which is awesome. And if it attacks, it retains Gear Golem's effect that the opponent may not activate any spell trap card until the end of the damage step. So again, we will attack with impunity. So realistically, it's just about setting up for the combination. And again, 2, you're going to see why here in a second. Just helps to keep our numbers in ratio. Moving over to the spells, we are going to run the single Book of Moon, because obvious reasons. Single Cosmic Cyclone in the main, obvious reasons. You are going to play 3 copies of Gear Town. You are playing 3 due to consistency issues. Both players can normal summon an ancient gear monster or monsters for 1 less tribute. I hope I didn't say special summon. I hope I said normal summon. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 ancient gear monster from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So what does that tell me? It tells me I only need 2 Gear Golems. Only 2. Because as long as it didn't get banished, and again, how is it going to get banished in the early stages still of Speed Duel? But we can special summon him from anywhere. So again, 2 is all you need. We are going to use another copy of Night Beam. we are still going to have an Offerings to the Doomed because, again, you know, you don't want to get overrun while it's just Chiron or Sphere. And then 1 copy of Shrink. And again, this with Gear Golem can mean, you know, terrible things for your opponent's fusion monsters, because even the tallest cards in the game at 4,500 for Blue Eyes, 4,000 for Cyber End, and 42 for Big Koala, or whatever his name was. I want to say, no, it wasn't Big Koala. I'm going to have to go looking. He's on the table somewhere. I just feel really silly. Master of Oz, that's the name. It's still going to allow you to topple those because, again, you are starting with like a 3K, so again, super powerful. Moving over to our 5 traps to round this deck out. You still want to have the 2 Lost Winds because, again, it's going to stop your opponent from like over-centralizing and beating over you. And then the big money card here is going to be 3 copies Magical Hats. Because, again, during the opponent's battle phase, we have to choose 2 spell traps from the deck and 1 monster in our main zone. Special summon the spell or trap cards as normal monsters with 0/0 face down in defense. Set monster, set the monster if it was face up at the time. Doesn't really matter. The big payoff here is like the last sentence. The chosen cards, the spell traps from the deck, are destroyed at the end of the battle phase and cannot remain on the field except during the battle phase. And if you go back to Gear Town's effect, when it is destroyed, we get to summon a gear monster from anywhere but banish. So, going Magical Hats into 2 Gear Towns allows us to summon 2 of the Gear Golems. Again, there's no need for a third, as that would be redactive, because, again, you're only going to be able to summon up the 2 from the hats. So, big brain move here. Get your opponent to attack, flip the hats. Doesn't matter what they do after that. You got 2 Gear Golems that are tunes. They were tunes. They can be special summoned. They can't attack the turn they're special summoned, but they're special summoned at the end of the opponent's the opponent's battle phase. And because of that, it is on the opponent's turn they can attack. So as soon as it's your turn again, go nuts, go crazy. That is the main deck, guys. So again, if you guys are on tablet and or cellular devices, feel free to go ahead and screenshot this real quick. In fact, let me put the 3 skill cards so that you guys can get that as well. Go ahead, screenshot it. Everybody else, maybe pause, make some notes real quick. We will be back in just a moment with the side and extra decks. Starting in the extra deck, it is going to be these 6 fusions I've been using for most of this week now, I think. We are going to use Blue Eyes Ultimate because he is the strongest. Again, if you don't have this, Master of Vols makes a great substitute at 4,200. Cyberblader because, again, great effects. Cybren because he's the largest one with piercing. Pajama King to shut down the opponent's board. Senshi for self-protection and semi-control. And, of course, T-Restrict because T-Restrict is going to do all of the things and make it very hard for your opponent to play out technically. Going into the side, we're going to have our third, you can have 3 cards, getting a 2nd copy of Cosmic Cyclone, our 3rd Lost Wind, 2 copies Waking the Dragon, 1 Wall of Disruption, because again, we don't really need it so much here. In fact, another thing you guys could do here, you guys could add a 3rd Sphere Karibo in here, or if you guys are super into it, Night Beam's not limited again yet, so you guys could always throw another Night Beam right there too. Wall of Disruption, not exactly 100% needed. And then, of course, the 1 copy of Zoma. Again, I didn't want to overload the main deck with too many trap cards. But if you do end up siding out, like going into like again, if you make this a Sphere Karibo and or a Night Beam, Sphere Karibo will probably be a little more optimal due to the Magical Hats. But then you could swap out your 2 Lost Winds and get your Zoma and your Sphere Karibo right there. Go for your 3-ups. And just make things better. You know what I mean? Outside of that, guys, this is it. This is it for this deck. We'll be back this weekend. I got a couple decks already ready for you guys. Until then, have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. If you guys want to support the channel, it is as easy as a like and a comment. And what would mean even more is a subscription. And again, a lot of people have been deciding as of late that this is definitely a channel for them. And guys, whether you're new or you're a seasoned veteran coming here, it makes my day. And literally, I could not do this without you guys showing your support. So just a big thank you to all of you. And I do this because you guys enjoy it and because I enjoy it, but mostly because you guys enjoy it. So until next time, my friends, have a great day, and I hope to see you guys on the weekend, all right? See you later. Bye.